Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1973 Smith Corona Sterling vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in the USA and has the Galaxy style design, one of the most popular designs ever produced by Smith Corona, and this was made at the end of the golden age of typewriters when they started transitioning into electronics and electric machines. So this is one of the last high quality engineered manual typewriters produced. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is the left margin. I'm going to set that around 2 and the right one around 75. You just push them down and you can move them like this and they lock in. And this one doesn't have a paper support arm and it doesn't need one. Just once you feed the page through, it sits up nice and straight. And if you load the page is loaded straight, but if you load it crooked, you can use the paper release on the right side, flip that forward, and you can straighten it out. Or you can make it crooked if you want it crooked. And then you just flip that back. That's not right. Just like that. It's not hard to do. But if you want a straight page, that's what you got to do if it doesn't load straight the first time. And this is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers, holds the page down nice and tight. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch back. It skips 2. One more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red when you have it in the middle. It doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top on the black indicator, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. Very comfortable and easy to type on, fun for all ages and experience. You don't need to be an experienced typer to get used to this. Very reliable, fun, and really nice looking. They made a few different colors, and if you're a collector, it's nice to have these displayed with all the different colors next to each other. It's really cool looking. To pull the page out easier, we're going to use that paper release again. It unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock, and straighten the page. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. Going to put the color back on black. Shift on each side, a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the left side, very good. Touch control, low, medium, and high. The higher you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. You do have to hit the keys harder for them to print, but they respond faster. So that just loads a spring that's connected to all the keys. You don't really need that on high. You just gauge what your preference is. I always keep it on low usually. I'm not a writer though, so. The tab on the right side, this has a fast action tab set and clear on the right side of the keyboard here. Right now we don't have any tabs set, but I'm gonna hit that set button right there and then you go back to the beginning and it stops at that spot. To clear that one specific tab, you just hit the CL button for clear. And now we don't have any tabs, but I always like to set one somewhere in the middle so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. It does actually have one right there too. I'm gonna clear that. And just keep one set right there in the middle. Very good. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit the MR button that stands for margin release that allows you to type past that all the way to the end. And that's it for the keyboard. The hood slides forward like this. And this was designed in the 60s and 70s to kind of mimic like a space shuttle or spaceship, because that was all the rage during that era. Space exploration was very popular. So this is kind of what the beginning was, a Galaxy, and this is the same design, but it's a Sterling. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling to the right, I believe. If you want to switch that direction manually, you just flip the switch on the left side here behind the left spool to the left, down, and it'll pull to the left. Flip it up and it'll pull to the right. It's got an automatic reverse on either side. When you get to the end of the ribbon, there's a little eyelet that will catch on this on either side, and it'll swap back to the direction that it needs to go to. Right now we want it to come to this side. Very good. carriage release on both sides. And they made these for so many years, I don't know why. It's really comfortable and easy to use, and probably at the time they didn't think that they were going to go out of business eventually, and people were still using these. But these break off; they're getting old, and they don't sell them anymore. So I design and 3D print these myself in my shop. So if you need a replacement, check my eBay shop. I have 3D printed. These are the originals, still in good shape. I also 3D print this right knob. These break off every now and then. So if you're in the market for that, check my shop out. Very smooth and tight carriage slide, both sides here. And I don't have the left knob made yet because this has the line space retainer disable. When you push it in, it disables the line space. And I just haven't had to make one of these yet. I just typically only make them when they break. But anyway, that's how you get in between the lines to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. And the same concept with the lever on the inside of the left side here. You flip that down, disables the spacing, you flip it up, you get the clicks. You just want to be careful when you do that because you will lose your line forever. Very hard to get back to the exact line that you were on. And it has the page gauge on the inside there. That if you set it right below the 11, there's a notch right there. It'll start to warn you when you're getting close to the bottom of the page on the left side, 2 inches left, 1.5, 1 inch, and that's the end of the page. And one more thing, this has the option to remove the platen. If you flip the panel on the right side and raise the paper bale, there's a switch on the front side here. You just flip it up and then it allows you to remove the platen, and you can get in there and clean it out, clean out a jam or whatever, and just put it back in like this. Just match the teeth on the edge there and it just snaps right back down. Anybody can do it. And then this panel, make sure that's correct. This panel snaps back down and that's it. And that's very convenient because most platens are not that easy to remove. A lot of them are, especially on the older ones, are really hard to remove. So that makes it much easier. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.